الشوق يبقى في اغترابي فقير في الحياة من الصحاب ومن يأمنك يا دنيا الدواء.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام خاتم النبيين وبعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We greet you with the universal greetings of peace. It means Assalamu alaikum, peace be unto you. Jesus, peace be upon him, used to greet Shalom alaikum in his original language of Aramaic, and we say Salam alaikum in Arabic. They're sister languages, Arabic and Aramaic. So welcome to another episode of Many Religions, Uplifting Communities, only on INX Prime. Today, this episode, we got a very interesting discussion on a drug rehab center that is operating here in Johannesburg. We got two guests in the studio. Let me go direct to him. The first guest is Brian. Welcome, Brian, to the program.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for coming in. We've got Scorpion there. Welcome to the program, Scorpion.
Thank you very much, sir.
And so here we are, the viewers. They're gonna explain to us, and we are very excited to have them in the studio, because drugs is a problem, is a pandemic, is a curse on our community right now, and everyone is battling. Drug knows no religion, it knows no color, it knows no social status. It's affecting everyone, and it's a struggle. And I think we look forward. We had previous programs, and this program is to keep showcasing communities who are doing something in the various challenges that are facing the community, and drugs is one of them. Remember, we had Rauf once that was here, and now we got Brian and Scorpion. They're from Christ Life Community Center. Am I right?
Yes.
So tell us about your organization, Brian. Where are you based? Where are you actually based in Gauteng, in the Johannesburg area?
Thank you. Yes, so we are based in Kalfontein. That's in the Greater Midrand area. We are based in a township area. That's where we host all our clients who are staying with us.
What's the township called around it?
It's called Kalfontein.
Oh,
It's
Kalfontein.
just on the brink of Tembisa, as you are going to meet.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. All right, so I want to ask you, how long are you in existence, your drug rehab? You're working under the auspices of this Christ Life, or
Christ-like Community Center.
Christ-like
yes.
Community Center.
Yes.
How long are you in operation?
Right. So we officially registered with the Department of Social Development in 2021, just after the coronavirus lockdown. But we have been operating before, since 2014.
Okay.
But we couldn't keep anyone in our facilities at that time, pending all the legalities and the compliances with DSD.
Okay. So Scorpion is the one who's been also arranging this. We've been communicating with him, via our network. How are you linked to them, Scorpion? Are you also on their committee, or tell us what is your relationship with the Christ-like Community Center?
Thank you for that opportunity. Where I fit, it's when I'm going to pick up those kids as a transport.
Oh.
And my duty is to train them when the teacher is teaching them. So they must be alert. They are from the rehab. So to focus, so they must get a training. So I was transporting them. It was quite interesting to see a boy from rehab to go to the school. Mm-hmm. That was the first thing I said, no, how does it happen?
So I think we will, Brian,
Yes.
thank you for that. I think we will go into that a little bit later.
Yes.
But I think I want to come back to the drug rehab center that you are running.
Yes.
So tell us more about your team now. It requires, it's not easy to run the center. While we were getting ready, you told me you've got how many currently inmates?
Just over 50.
Over 50. I don't know what they call them.
Let's call them clients.
Clients,
Yes.
see. And it's a lot to deal with. They stay there on the premises as well.
Correct, yeah, full-time
So let's
basis.
start from the beginning. If somebody out there, remember this program, Uplifting Communities. We want to uplift communities. Somebody listening to us somewhere in the country,
Yes.
they want to start a rehab center. What do they have to do? I'll just give you, briefly, how do they go about doing? Maybe somebody wants to do it. They want to volunteer their time. What's the steps?
Okay, I would say the very first step is you have to have the heart for it.
Correct.
You can't simply, it's not a business.
Correct.
You must have the heart for it. You must have the desire. There must be something that drives you.
A passion for it.
Yes, that fire. It's a passion, you're right. So there must be something that you have seen in your community. And again, we are a community-based organization. So there must be something that you have seen, an ill that you need to fix. That is the very first thing. Without that, you will probably just end up running a business. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Number two, make sure that you do have compliances with DSD, that is the Department of Social Development. You do not want to have any issues with compliances.
Yes.
Okay. And then the other thing is have a plan. Have a plan. What are you going to do? Are you going to be like before we registered? We used to call the guys who are smoking, doing drugs. We used to call them in. We give them food. We give them a bit of teaching and counseling, encouragement. That's as far as we could go. Once we got our certificates ready, we were able now to house them in-house. We keep them for 12 months. So the first things is...
Oh, you got a 12-month program.
We have realized that 3 months doesn't quite cut it.
Sure.
It's too soon. The guy hasn't actually understood what is happening.
And he hasn't fully recovered.
He hasn't recovered at all. And when he's going out there, the drugs are still out there. So to answer your question is have the heart for it, have the passion, and then make sure that you are compliant with the government regulations as well.
So how long does that application take, roughly? Any idea?
It took us a year because of obviously the corona, because we applied in 2019.
All the requirements.
So
and, yeah.
by 2020, nothing was happening. So it took them a year, but we have to take into account the lockdown of 2020.
COVID.
So I do understand that it might take less. For us, it took over a year.
So the premises that you're on,
Yes.
What is it? Is it a house? Is it a church center?
Yes.
What is it?
So it's a church center.
Right.
Yeah, the bishop has opened the doors of the church to the public, to the community.
Right.
So that is where they stay. We share with the community.
So how do they stay? I mean, normally churches don't have, they're just accommodation for the bishop and the priest. But you're going to have, you're going to have a lot of rooms or a big hall or something.
Let's start with the big hall.
Yeah.
Keep them in an open area where you can easily monitor what's happening.
So they stay in that
it's
hall.
It's an open area, yes.
But it's 24/7. That's where they live in.
24/7. They sleep there. Then during the day, there are obviously activities outside that they are doing, including going to school, including going to this course, which you will talk to the gentlemen who are going to be coming later on.
Yes.
But as far as we are concerned, we provide a place for them to sleep. We provide food for them. And also, this is something else. We send them to the Department of Health so that they can be checked, the teeth.
You mean to the local clinic or something?
Local clinic, correct, which will refer them either to a hospital if need be.
Yeah, so it's a challenging. Your team,
Yes.
I mean, you got to have a few helpers. Tell us about how many people are involved in the center.
And this is the beautiful part of if you have a heart for it and you are based in your local community. What I call staying power. You should have staying power, meaning you shouldn't be outsourcing, spending money. So there are people who are volunteering. These are members of the church who share the same vision, and also members of the community who support the same vision. So basically, we are all volunteers. It's all done on a voluntary basis. There are guys who are good with office administration. They come and do the books and everything. There are guys who are good with teaching skills, such as the gentleman who will come after me. So it has to all, you must be able to sustain it even without extensive funding.
Yeah, and like our friend Scorpion, he
Yes.
helps to bring them and transport.
That's
They
it.
all come to
That's
the
it.
party.
If we had to always fork up a lot of money for that,
Oh, yes.
so you see that's what. So my team is basically volunteers, all of
So,
them, including myself.
and so your clients or the drug addicts,
Yes.
is there a charge for them? Do you levy a charge for those who can afford it? What would it cost? Because maybe some of them are from well-to-do families.
Yes. Yes.
What would you how do you work with that part of it?
Now we understand in our community it's an impoverished community.
Yes.
So we had meetings with parents, help us with the food, and again I do appeal to anyone who can help us. If they can help us, the most important thing is that they do have food.
Food, yeah.
Yeah, they have food.
If I heard earlier on, yeah, you said when even Scorpion sent me some of the email that initially this thing started off with feeding as well because there's so much of poverty.
Correct, yes.
But then when you were going onto the homes feeding, you found that drug addiction is the problem as well. So the feeding is still a big need.
It
Feeding
remains
not
a
only
big need,
the drug addicts at your center, but the community. Do you all do community feeding as well?
That's correct, yes.
Daily?
Because well, not on a daily basis. What keeps us busy at the moment is the actual rehab.
Yes.
Yeah, because that really takes a lot out. There's a lot to be done. So I can't really branch out further than that. But there is a need in the community
Sure.
for food.
Sure.
There are elderly who are taking care of about 10 grandchildren that were just left there with them.
Yes.
So there's a lot on that front.
Yes.
But in-house as well, we do require. That is why we have asked parents to help out. So there is that money that they contribute on a monthly basis for us to just buy the bulk of food and then continue feed them 3 meals per day.
Sure. Sure. Okay. So when you said about give us an idea and give the viewers an idea of in a day, in a 24-hour.
Yes.
What's the program like? So
Good.
how does it work with how do you run your program?
Okay.
The routine.
I should have mentioned from the get-go,
Yeah.
it's a faith-based
Sure.
organization.
Sure.
We believe in prayer, we believe in God.
Yes.
That is actually how we help them out.
And this program of ours is many religions
Yes.
working together
Impacting the community.
to uplift communities.
Correct.
So that's what it's about, faith-based organizations.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. So on a daily basis, the guys will wake up at 6 in the morning,
Okay.
regardless of the weather.
All right.
That's also how we train them discipline.
Yes.
Guys are coming out, they have to go to work. You can't go to a boss and say it was cold.
Yeah,
So they get up at 6 in the morning. There is a prayer session for 1 hour.
Okay.
After which, obviously, they need to clean up and pack up their things and put them away. So remember, it's a single hall,
Yes.
which is used for different functions.
Yes.
So after which, at 8 o'clock, they must exercise.
Okay.
A healthy body is good. You
Sure.
must maintain your health. So they
Yes.
exercise for 45 minutes. At 9 o'clock, that's when they go for tea. They
Okay.
get some breakfast, after which they are free either to do their laundry. They must do their own laundry.
On a daily basis.
Teach, not on a daily basis, but there's always someone doing laundry,
Okay.
because that's a lot of guys at that time.
Correct.
And those who are going to school, they may want to sit down with their books and focus on studying.
Or there are some from there that are still attending school.
That's correct.
Okay.
Also, we don't wait for them to leave the center to be discharged. We give them the benefit while they are still with us.
So that means you take them out of the home environment and bring them to your center, and they
Correct.
still go to school, those who are still attending
Yes,
school.
we just give them about 3 or 4 months for them to really find their feet first. Then after that, we have to give them a chance to go to school,
Good.
to further their education. That is why gentlemen like Scorpion and his organization, they come in, they free transport, they take them there. We don't want them walking along the way. There are so many temptations.
Yes.
So they they are driven to school, they spend the whole day there, then they are ferried back into the center.
Okay, so then there are those that go school, and then those that are there in the center,
Yes.
what program you have for them? Now it's going to be almost getting lunchtime.
Okay, so at 12 o'clock, there is another session, a prayer session, which
Right.
lasts until 1,
Okay.
after which, of course, they have lunch.
Right.
From that moment on, people are going to take bath. They're going to take a bath and prepare for the 6 o'clock session. But that is the chance that we now get, for the 4-hour chance that we get for a one-on-one session or group sessions.
Okay.
You know, people need to know what they need to tell us what's wrong. How did they actually end
So
up
that's
in
after
drugs?
lunch, then you come with them on one-on-one counseling
Yes,
and
even group sessions.
group sessions.
Yeah, where they can share their stories, and then
Yes.
we get to pick up points of what went wrong.
Right.
That helps us a lot when we triangulate how we can help this boy. You know,
Yes.
there are people who are coming from divorced families, messy divorces. That is how they actually ended up doing drugs. It's not everyone who fell into peer pressure. Some of them, there are some
Home
serious
problems.
trauma as well that they went through, and drugs were like a coping mechanism. So we need to work on those before we even discharge the person.
So it's good, Brian. I want to just come on that a little more on the reasons they are there.
Yes.
Because you know you are a man in the field, so I want viewers out there. We need to say it as it is. If sometimes the parents, sometimes the parents are at fault because the way they treat the children or the way their spouses are fighting, and it has an impact on them, or as you said, divorce. That's now sometimes family problem. There are some families in our country, because South Africa, because of the nature of our society, of apartheid, where the disadvantaged communities,
Yes.
they are single parents. There are many families where they don't even know who's their father. The children don't know who's their father.
That's
and
true,
and the mother or the koko is bringing up the child, and even you get siblings bringing up other younger siblings,
Yes.
because the mother is gone to work.
Yes.
So there's no supervision at home.
True.
They're left all alone.
That's true. Yes.
So what I'm saying is, would you agree that the family structure, how big a problem is that in the drugs, you think? The family structure itself. Don't you think, because we are faith-based organizations, from an Islamic organization, you know, we regard the family as the basis of society.
Correct.
If the family is strong and with the right guidance, then the children will be right.
So to answer that one, remember, it's not just the individual who's doing drugs, right? Who's using these substances. Once you have got that young man or young girl smoking drugs, you get the whole family affected now. So what I've seen is, if the family structure, it doesn't have to be a perfect family where you have got the father and the mother. Even when it's a family that is run by children, as long as the structure is solid, there is law and order within the family. But what I have also picked up is, if children are allowed to basically run amok, that is where it starts. Yes, that is where it starts. A majority of the guys that I have, it's not like the families were so poor that they couldn't even afford a meal. They had to resort to crime or something like that. It's the actual opposite. Too much freedom to do absolutely whatever that they wanted.
Okay.
And then they end up hanging around with wrong friends, trying different things that are harmful and wrong to them. So we need that order in the family. We need families to basically have some kind of lines to say, you don't cross these lines. I mean, I grew up in different times where you will get a good hiding.
Yes.
So that doesn't happen anymore. And I will say it like it is. Like you're rightfully saying, if children are not disciplined, then they fall into trouble.
Yeah. We are enabling them now.
Yes.
We are enabling them to be out of control.
Absolutely. There has to be some form of discipline, whether it's you deny them things if they are doing wrong, but there has to be like, you don't cross these lines. But it also works against us that we have got so many families where the fathers are absent. Men should return to their families, and they really should do what they should do.
Yes.
Man is the head of the family. Without the head, the whole thing just collapses underneath. We have left the mothers to take care of trying to raise a man which is very hard. It's very hard. Now she must play a double role.
Yes.
So fathers, if you're out there and you have left your family, please go back home. Be responsible. Be there for your son. Guide him through. It's a very complicated mess growing up.
That's very true, you know. What type of drugs you coming across there? It's available in your area there, or what are they mainly hooked onto?
We used to have what they call inyaupe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was the drug of choice. At that time, it's easily and readily available. It's quite cheap to buy. I mean, it's costing what, $35 now per bag.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite easy. I don't see a lot of cocaine within our communities. That is very expensive. But recently, I would say as recent as 2023, we learned of a drug called crystal meth.
Yes.
Now, that really is a problem. All drugs are bad.
Right.
But with crystal meth, I've noticed that it really ruins the brain or
Yes.
the behavior patterns quicker than you can say hi. So right now, it's crystal meth all over the show.
Wow. And
they are smoking
isn't it
it.
expensive?
It's
No,
not
it's
expensive.
also cheaper.
Yeah, it's quite cheap to get. It's a piece of, it looks like a piece of rough
Crystal.
salt. Yeah,
Yeah.
like crystal, yes.
Yeah.
So it's quite easy to get, and it's easy to prepare and to smoke. Some of them, they actually, and this is horrible. If, say, you have taken your shot and I come through, you can actually draw your blood using a syringe, which you will then give to me, and then I'll inject myself with your blood, and that is a serious problem that we're seeing now.
You mean they're doing that?
It's happening. That's what happens. It's called Bluetooth. They are Bluetoothing.
Wow.
So you don't really have to smoke it, as long as if I've done my shot, I can give you my blood. Now, obviously, you can see how that could be a problem. That is going to be a problem, like transmission of diseases as well.
Yes. Yes. Wow. So maybe I'm now, because we just got 5 minutes left. Let me just change the focus about the broader issue in the community, in the police force. Do you all do awareness campaigns? How does the drugs get in? Isn't the police finding the source of these drugs, because of its availability? Okay. You know, I'm just talking about that, because preventing this coming in of the drugs as a community, because that's also one way. You are only dealing it when it's too late, when they're already.
I handle patients, basically, people who have been affected.
Now we talk about prevention. How one of the prevention is awareness campaigns in schools, in the community. Another one is trying to get the police and community to prevent it. When they must prevent, identify those drug lords and those who are pushing. Is there any campaign like that? How is it going in your area for that kind of to prevent the drugs, keep your area clean of drugs campaign?
I would say, because I only deal with victims of drugs.
Okay.
If only there could be someone who deals with the actual circulation of drugs, how to sort that out.
Yeah.
But I don't see the willingness from law enforcement to really curb the spread of drugs. I'll say it like it is.
Yes.
And I'll just leave it there at the moment.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's all over. Sometimes they are complicit. We have find that they are complicit.
And also from the communities as well. I mean, if you know there's a drug lord staying there, surely someone should say, let's go and sort it out. So there's no willingness for people to rise and say, enough is enough. If you are doing this, we take you out of our community, we send you to jail. So children are always going to
So you think there's a need for more awareness campaigns in your area?
I believe there is a strong...
And I think you're being honest enough, and people watching this program, not only from your area, but in other areas.
Yes.
I think the reason why it is spreading is because there is complacency. You know, there's always the thing, no, my son won't get in. It's not my family.
Yes.
The fire is not, it's in the other house.
Yes, you're
Until
right.
finally
You're
it
right.
catches us when
Then
it's
you
too
see,
late.
yeah, you're right.
So while we're rounding up, Brian, what are the requirements? You said feeding. Tell me give us your contact number of your organization.
Okay.
You can give us your banking details of your organization.
Okay.
You can send it to us. We'll get our program editor to to screen it, or to get in touch with you, whoever wants to? What are your basic requirements, your challenges you are facing to get your rehab going?
Yes.
Like, what is it that you, for any donor waiting out there and listening?
All right. I may start by saying anyone from any community, if you want to sort out this problem and you have got the drive and the heart for it, rise up and start your own. Let's have more of such centers all across the country. But from our point of view, we do need help, not necessarily with money, but with material. Like right now, I need to extend. Yes, I need to extend. I need metal sheets. I need to
make the hall bigger.
To make it bigger, I need to build more rooms for guys so that I can separate them according to the number of months that they've stayed with us. I need to build a classroom so that they can actually attend in-house.
Proper,
anything that people can help with, computers.
Feeding as well?
The food part, I can't stress it enough.
Okay.
Yes.
Give us your contact detail. Okay. Is there anybody there who do they give us the viewers your contact detail? Right.
Soon we will be launching a website, but for now, people can contact us on 068 519 2092.
Again?
068 519 2092.
2092.
Correct, yes.
Well, viewers, I wish we had more time. We would like to thank Scorpion there. Yes?
My point is from Moving Nation.
Moving Nation. Yes. Sorry. One of the things we forgot to mention, that Brian, when some of them that are recovering, then Scorpion is the man in the middle, as we even sitting in the studio. He takes them to a skills development center. Tell us quickly about that.
Yes, let me just be short. The mission and the vision of Moving Nation is not only about these kids from the rehab. There are those people by the robot who are unemployed. They are carrying kids on their back.
Yes, yes.
They need food.
Yeah.
So as the church, under the will of God, so it's whereby now the Moving Nation get in to assist for food by the river, by the land, open land. You see those guys with the recycling, sleeping there. They're harmless. They're chased by their families.
Yes.
So now we've got a tent there by Ebon, where we stay. So now that tent and the rooms, we build it for those people. But what is the challenge? Is the food, the blanket, and the car to assist for petrol and to go all those areas to feed them. Food parcels.
So give quickly, we got 30 seconds. Give the viewers your contact detail.
It's 072 248
right
1360.
Again?
072 248 1360.
So that's Scorpion's address. Thank you very much. And you also take them to the Skills Development Center.
Yes.
You've got some of your people going there.
Yes.
And that's the next program we'll be having soon.
Okay.
We'll be getting the people from the Skills Development,
Yes.
Teaching the people how to repair cars and what have you. We thank you very much, Brian and Scorpion, for coming in. God bless you and give you strength to carry on with the work. Thank you very much.
Thank you for this.
And thank you, the viewer. Keep well. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
الشوق يبقى في اغتراب فقير في الحياة من الصحاب فقير في الحياة من الصحاب ومن يأمنك يا دنيا الدواء